Hey guys, it's me, SD Vaughn here, my first figure video, um, discussion, review, whatever you want to call it, because on some level I'm going to be discussing the figure and all that. This is my first time doing this, and I wanted to show this off because I just, this whole channel is about having fun, discussing nerd stuff and all that and the like, and just chilling out, discussing our favorite things, series, franchises, comic books, mangas, figures, and all that. So I wanted to do this. I don't know if I'll do it again, but this is one of the few times I wanted to do it. So this is a figure. I wanted to talk about Medabots because I bought the figure of Metabee from Medabots. So as you'll see across the screen and going across this whole video, for however long this video is, because I don't think there's much for me to talk about. This is just me, just like everyone else probably has on their YouTube videos. I bought Metabee from Amazon. And I honestly, for me, when I first bought him, I thought he was going to be bigger. I literally thought he was going to be bigger than he was. Maybe just like a little bit bigger. I also told my friends, like, for the size he is, I'm surprised he was as expensive as he was. I mean, he wasn't like too expensive, but I was just like, I thought he'd at least be like maybe $40 or $60 or something like that. For the size that he was, but because of the how good looking he is, and and everything, I could kind of see why he was the price he was, and he looks really good. I really like Metabee. I like Medabots. I loved it growing up. I liked watching the show, and I really do enjoy Medabots. And one of the things I enjoyed the most, since we're talking about it, is the Metaforce. What I really like is when Metabee first used it for the first time, and I think it was when he was protecting Rakusho from the Rubber Robo Gang, and I messed that up the first time I was doing this video, and I'm glad I'm getting it right. The Rubber Robo Gang. So, but anyway, I like that because they have their crap. I can't remember what their Metabot was called. It's like this kind of like dinosaur kind of looking T-Rex looking thing. Oh wait, it was called Robo Emperor. It was called Robo Emperor, and then Metabee, at least in the English dub, was like, "Let him go, let him go." And then Icky's noticing, this glow from Metabee because now he has the Metaforce, and this makes everyone, aware of the fact that Metabee has a rare metal. And also one of my favorite lines in the dub for Metabee is just like, "It's time to kiss your butt goodbye." And then, of course, Robo Emperor attacks, and then, Metabee puts his fist, his arms out forward, and it's just like, Metaforce! Brings me to my next thing about the Metaforce I really like. And I had to do a bit of research because it's been a while, and I can't remember everything about Medabots. It's been a long time since I watched the series. Just like how I just learned there's a freaking manga, and I'm going to mention this again in the video from past me. But what I liked is that in one episode, Icky, Space Metafighter X, and Rakusho, because Rakusho doesn't have a partner. So it's Rakusho, Arc Beetle, and Metabee. And I guess the referee's everywhere in this show. Like, wherever there tends to be a rule battle, he just happens to be there. Anyway, they're fighting off like a giant Medabot creation thing, whatever. I know it has something to do with the Rubber Robo Gang. I just don't remember what happens in the episode. I just remember this exact moment. Like this, I just remember this always stuck with me. It's the fact that all of them use the Metaforce. All of them have a rare metal. Arc Beetle, Metabee, and Rakusho. They all end up using the Metaforce, and I love that scene in that episode. That's the one thing that's always one of the few things. Metabee using the Metaforce and them using the Metaforce. That's always stuck with me when thinking about Medabots. Something else I would really talk about here with Medabots is the fact of Henry, the guy that Icky gets Metabee from in the first episode, the shopkeeper, the store owner, whatever, is the fact that he has the two aliases in this show. He's first seen as, what's it called? Phantom Renegade, and then he's Space Metafighter X during the World Row Battle competition, alongside teaming up with Icky and Koji, Similodon and Metabee, with his Arc Beetle. And I'm just like, you have because I think he was trying to get the metal back from Metabee, because he ends up learning that it's a rare metal. I can't remember. My mind's all like. Yeah, so correct me on some things on Medabots if you guys have been watching and keeping up to date or retain more of the information than me about Medabots. I'm just going by much of. I know he was after Metabee and his metal, just like the Rubber Robo gang were, but Robo gang were for more nefarious reasons and such. So everyone of course knows him as Henry. Then he has his alias as the Phantom Renegade. And then he also is known as Space Matter Fed X, but he's like widely known as a really good role battler. And I'm just like, to explain, like, I'm glad I'm not going in depth with this. I'm just like, I just want to explain that, like, this dude has essentially, he's 3 characters throughout the show, essentially. Even though he's just one character, he's just Henry, just disguised as 2 separate aliases at times. But yeah, so I thought that was pretty interesting. And like, sometimes he makes me think of Tuxedo Mask from Sailor Moon a little bit, just like somewhat similar in their outfit, but they're not totally similar. But sometimes it just makes it just pops in my mind, just a random thought. And then like the referee and him appearing everywhere, and that's just like it's nuts and crazy, and I love it. And then like what else I love what were they called, the Screws Gang. The one girl, I can't remember her name, but I remember her Medabot, and it was named Peppercat. I really love Peppercat. I can't remember. I think I remember it's Hound Dog. I think it was the one kid's Medabot. I can't remember the other guys. I just remember Peppercat, and Hound Dog, and then of course, what's the girl? I can't remember everyone's name. I just remember like primarily a Koji, Henry, Icky. And I can't remember the one girl's name who wants to be like a journalist. She's friends with Icky, and then she has her own Medabot, and I can't remember what its name is to save my life. That's all Logan's bits that I watch Medabots. Like I just remember certain moments and certain things. I don't remember the names and all that and such, but I will put the names up here on the screen to show that I at least looked into everything and all the research and everything due to Medabots, because that's how much I love Medabots. I want to make sure I have all the most accurate information. But before I give this back off to my other self, I just want to say I can't believe there was a manga for Medabots and I never knew about it. And I'm gonna continue on. I'm gonna probably say it again when I give this back to the other me. And then there were, of course, there were the games I learned about that were on the Switch, that were only released in Japan. I only own a Game Boy Advance and a GameCube Medabots game, and they were pretty fun to play. They're very simple. It's, just like in the Game Boy one, you win, you get to take the parts of your opponents, switch them out with your own Metabot to, augment and all that other stuff. You could also lose parts of yours in the game and all that and such. Kind of like just like in the show and all that, where you can switch arms, legs, all that stuff, for Medabots. So yeah, it was a pretty fun game. I didn't play the GameCube one too much, even though I have it. I never really beat it or played it really too much. I can't really describe anything on it, but yeah. So, so I think that's really much all I really have to talk about when it comes to Medabots, and I will now leave it to myself to now finish the video off. All right. About Medabots, I just know that I loved it. I wanted to play it. I love playing the games. I wish we could have gotten newer games. I wish most of those games in Japan when it came here, but whatever. I mean, I had the Game Boy game. That was fun. And of course, I also got the GameCube version. I haven't really played that one too much, so I can't really say too much on that one. But yeah, I'm just going off the top of the dome, top of the head of what I remember, and I can't remember that much. But I just really loved Medabots. It was just something different with robots, and I like mechs and robots and all other stuff, and it'd be cool to have my own Medabot. I also kind of like how when Metabee uses the Metaforce, his metal kind of changes form for a little bit, which is kind of cool. But yeah, I don't know what else I could really talk about with Medabots. I mean, it was a really cool show. So yeah, it was like 52 episodes. And then they did like Medabot Spirits. Then like gave Metabee like a whole different design, which I didn't really like. And I saw that in figure form too. I was gonna go for that one until I saw original design Metabee, so I wasn't gonna go for it. So, and then like there was like another different version of Metabee that someone else had, and that Metabee could also use the Metaforce. Correct me down in the comments below for whatever, but it's just me trying to discuss Medabots and just having fun with it. I just really miss it. I miss Medabots, and the theme song is always inside my head, and I want it as a ringtone. And so one of my friends calls like, "Go get your friends." It's time to battle, rattle, till you drop. More power, more power. Yeah, I really loved it. I really loved that opening. um, and, like I said, the show, I just really like the show. I really liked Medabots, and I like Metabee, and I'm glad I bought this figure. This figure is really nice. It's really well done. It's it came out it came out nice putting it together. I didn't have too much trouble putting it together. It's one of the easiest of my model kits I put together. That's because there's not many pieces in comparison to like Liger from Zoids or Impurgemon from Digimon. So and he looked really good, as you're seeing throughout the video. Me just showing off Metabee and all that and stuff. But yeah, I will say it was worth the buy. Buying this Metabee figure, worth the buy. It was worth the buy, and I loved it. I love the franchise. I love Medabots. And now talking about it, now I need to find the DVDs for Medabots so I can buy them and watch the series again. So I can remember more things. Like I only remember the most iconic things, like the Metaforce and Metabee and Rakujo and Iki and God, I can't remember. I wish I could remember what his name is. Like the Phantom something. God dang, I wish I could remember his name. I know he's got like a similar style. It's not an exact style, but like a similar style to Tuxedo Mask, and I wish I could remember it. And it's just but let me know, you guys, what's your favorite Medabot, or what's your favorite Medabot moment, or did you guys get your own Medabot figure? I know they also had like Rakujo and some other Medabots. I was gonna get Rakujo, but I don't think I see him anymore on Amazon. I'm gonna have to check again. But let me know, you guys. Let me know your thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Just having fun. Just talking about Medabots for a short while here. Hope you guys are enjoying whatever manga and comic you're reading, whatever anime or cartoon you're watching, whatever TV show or movie or game you're playing or watching. And just I hope you guys are having a good rest of your day or night whenever this video is uploaded. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Later.